Well, when you're over, you just, I mean, I don't even know if that's overextended is the right word for it. I think you just get, life is very, very full. But my body is like mad that it hasn't been getting moved around very much. I mean, I had a decent walk at Grass Valley. I, it's, I think we can safely say I do love, I just forget sometimes that I love to move my body. It feels so much better. It wants more time. It wants more time in the sun. It wants more time outdoors. That's me. And so that's why I'm out here now, because in a way I'm super tired and I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. But it's like, no, it's going to be dark. This is so pretty out here. Like the different color leaves, the orange and yellows. Ah, there we go. Even if it's just this, that's the thing. I know this really looks like nothing, but after a few minutes of it, then if it stops raining, I might just like walk around the block. But this way, it feels good. So this channel, it is for us that want to, yeah, there's going to be a lot of women, but there's men too. And those that identify as two spirit or just non-binary or something is welcome too. This is a body problem. It's not so much a gender issue. It's a body, not even a problem. It's bringing in solutions for this time and place in history. For those of us in front of screens a lot, watching too much news, this James said today, a polarity teacher. We moved around for a half hour with James doing polarity class today online at the conference, but I think I'm here to, what brings me joy is bringing in baby steps, practical little things a person can do if they're feeling overwhelmed. And it may be a band aid, even. And that's kind of okay. I mean, I'm saying that's what you have, though. If you have a band aid, use it, for now. So I'm doing some deeper processes right now today. Some things have come up, some very deep processes have come up, and I'm grateful that I've had guidance. I've had a mentor give me step by step what I can do, and I'm doing it on my own, but I've got some suggestions for how to resolve some things in my body that have been going on as far as feelings, emotions, trapped like layers of things that just weren't digested, weren't dealt with, they weren't processed in my life. And so I am working on that. And as you can see, I'm kind of even working on it with those that are watching. And I hope that you can watch this and sit with yourself and notice what you're feeling. And I mean that in more of a felt sense, not so much of what you think or what emotions are there, but where in your body is that emotion. Like I was feeling it earlier when I was really actively processing this stuff. I was feeling it in my throat area and heart area. It was very intense with tears and feelings. And I mean, my teacher pointed out that it's because it's so intense because it's layers of history. It goes way back. And that was good to hear. And I was like almost like laughing and crying. Laughing too. Maybe that's just that joy of getting a little corner up off the edge of that. Just pulling that corner up on it is making me laugh, feel lighter already in my body. So for watching it by noticing a felt sense, not bad or good, of, oh, that's curious. No, just I feel my hands crossed across my solar plexus and pressing up against the solar plexus there. And I feel my legs going back and forth, my knees doing like a mock walking and a bouncing. I'm feeling the sense of people in the field that are going to watch this later, whether they'll get this far in the tape or not. So many people watch 20 seconds of something or even less and just click away. There's so many choices of things to put your attention on. Nice breath if you're watching, and you can also have a nice breath or get on a bouncy ball, get on a foam roller or a yoga mat, or just get, if you have a rebounder, to just do that light, springy rocking motion. And it does, among other things, it does help move the lymphatic material a little bit. I'm not even doing this, I could do the arms and that would be really great. I just don't, I'm feeling a little cold still, and uh, just not feeling like doing that part. But so what else it seems to do is a self-soothing. It's rocking yourself. You're rocking yourself like a baby. Just a little bit of rocking, and that springy sound and that feeling of the spring in the step has hope to it. There's just a little bit of hopefulness in that springy step, and it does begin to change the brain chemistry after a few minutes. It starts to light up, maybe because it's moving energy. So I don't always have to talk about things in terms of science and brain chemistry and nervous system. I just do that because those are observable based on anatomy and physiology and biology terms that are kind of in the sciences that are recognized. And yet there's other layers of reality where it simply is like, yeah, lifting your spirits. The Shen, S-H-E-N, Shen in traditional Chinese medicine is lifting the spirits. There's other ways of explaining things that have been discounted. They have been called quackery or dismissed or canceled in some circles, and I think that doesn't need to keep going on. I don't need to keep living my life trying to explain esoteric wisdom in terms of science and biology anymore. I just now discovering this. I'm just now realizing it. Like, it's sort of freedom. I've been working so hard for, I think, maybe at least 15 years to explain things scientifically. And I kind of just want to take a pause. I want to step back and take a deep breath and just go, well, I can talk about things as energy centers. I can talk about the chakras. I don't have to describe. Each chakra has an endocrine organ, and that's why that's an energy center, and it lights up and blah, 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 blah. I don't have to try to explain it away or sterilize it anymore. Um, I don't, I'm finding my tribe, you know, I'm finding my tribe where I don't have to constantly explain myself, second guess myself, double explain myself, triple ask if that's okay with you. Not that anything's wrong with asking if it's okay. It's just when you find your tribe, when you are in sync, and you're not the only one that is intuitively, on that page. You're both on the same page. You both know you're on the page. Your group, your tribe knows that you're on that page, and you don't have to over explain it. So, November 2, 2024. It's just like the leaves are red and orange and yellow, bright yellow and green, and it's raining. Energy changing is in the air, isn't it? Nice breath through the nose, blowing out slowly through the mouth. Just being in that place of finality, of finishing something. You know, Pluto is finishing up in Capricorn. It's really finishing up. This is it. It's not just a temporary breakup to go back again, back and forth, like a lover or someone you broke up with to keep getting back together. Like, this is it. It's really turning a corner. It's over. Pluto is going into Aquarius soon, in weeks, just weeks, a couple weeks from now, and will stay there for 40 years. Wow, that's real. So what's finishing up? What's releasing? What baggage are you ready to put? And that's what I'm being taught today, to put out in front of me, outside of my body. Imagine it in the field, a layer of pain, and just put it out in front around me. It's not in me anymore, and then be with my body without it inside me. Neptune is in 29 degrees of Pisces. So that's a final stage of something spiritual, something deep, maybe intoxicants, releasing, letting go, moving forward, getting sober, facing your shadow, some really good shadow work where you like really own stuff and embrace your own shadow, accept yourself and take positive steps, take responsibility for that shadow side, not just let it be out of control anymore and saying, oh, well, nothing I can do. No, you know, Neptune in the 29th degree of Pisces? Like, really? Yeah, it's been hovering there too, so it's not easy. Pluto, 29 degrees of Capricorn. So here we go. And now Mars, I guess, is what, opposing, squaring? Let's see. I guess opposing opposing Pluto. And they're saying, which I can see, is that inner opposition. You're like fighting parts of yourself, and I think that's the shadow work, in my opinion. And wow, wouldn't you know, my personal Mars is in Cancer too, so I'm having a Mars return. Oh, it's not funny, but it feels good to just be. Sometimes when you're really feeling heavy things, but you can kind of still giggle, not as a disassociation, just to kind of get through it. Just a way of trying to stay present. And this jumping, yeah, it's just this little gentle jumping, just being with myself, noticing my body. Have you out there notice your body sensation, where you feel the support of the gravity of the contact sensation with the surfaces beneath you, bringing your thoughts there. And okay, I'm going to lift my arms up just to kind of feel, guys, whoever's watching this, that field of those that are watching it in the future, because I'm not recording. I'm not, no one's watching it right now. I'm recording. But if you feel, maybe, yeah, try that. Like, just like put your hands out and kind of palpate, kind of poof, like a invisible poof ball of the people that are watching this particular one, this particular, walking you a little bit through somatic guidance, walking you a little bit through my personal process, but it's a metaphor for yours, if you will. Getting that light from outside, getting, being given, being gifted, being privileged with the tree here, this cedar, this maple, a madrone that has passed away, an oak tree. This was all oak savanna of the unceded territories now here of the Grand Ronde tribe nation with respect. So then just nice stretch. Just come down off there for a second. It's a nice stretch. Oh yeah, just slow motion, just like just being in it, just feeling that full sensation, that full felt sense of yourself. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So, to my tribe, I'm not sure who you are or where you are, but I've asked Source, I've asked Spirit, to call myself, all the pieces of myself back to myself, calling my soul pieces back in. And I've asked Source to call you in if it's right for you. Oh, I heard that. To call in the tribe, to call in the relations, the relatives, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers. To crawl in. Sometimes I do feel like I'm crawling in. To call in our tribe, our family, our community that will be going forward. And I had a vision today in a workshop, business workshop for energy practitioners, to name what your vision was coming in out of the ethers. So that's that. It's not existed yet. It's in the field, the energy field. It's in the ethers, in your imagination. I keep seeing myself running or being significant part of forming and running an off-grid school, certifying and training polarity therapists, polarity educators, cranial work, and I'm eventually biodynamics as well. And the registered polarity practitioner training is much longer. So I kind of feeling us, if you will, because in an off-grid, almost kind of like a prepper type of a safety, school, in a spot where we actually feel safe, and we have our supplies, we have our stuff. So and just having that working in harmony together. I have a training for associate and polarity principles for the level 1 practitioner of the associate degree in polarity therapy. If you'd like to know what polarity therapy is, let me know. Okay.